Welcome to the Get It Done podcast, where you'll find me, Connie Simmonds, weight loss and fitness expert, chatting to other experts on why health is the key to success. If you haven't heard of our 5 pillars that get it done, they are mental, physical, emotional, social, and financial health. This podcast is going to help you build your 5 pillars, and therefore it's going to build your success and, most importantly, your happiness. Let's get it done. Connie, welcome to the Get It Done podcast. How are you today? You good?
Yeah, I feel great. The best I've felt in ages.
Good. Tell me about your morning routine this morning. What did you get up to?
Got up at 6 to the sound of Mum, Chester's new thing. But I like getting up at 6, and then we go downstairs, get his breakfast, take my supplements, and I don't usually eat till about 11 because I'm just not hungry. So supplements, water, sometimes a green tea. That's my new routine. It wasn't my routine this time last year. Let's keep it real. But yeah, my new routine, and it's making me feel good.
Good stuff. And obviously you're the new director of Get It Done. Well, the only director there has been. Obviously I'm the founder of Get It Done, and I've brought you in just to organise things, direct things, and make it run smoothly. So talk to me. Can you tell everyone about Get It Done and what it embodies?
Yeah, so Get It Done's obviously evolved massively since taking it over. The first year of taking Get It Done over from the previous management was just about just getting my head around it all. And then since January, I would say it was about going, right, who are we as a brand? What's important to us? And how are we going to add value to people's lives? And obviously as a life coach and a mindset coach, it was about adding that to the mix, because obviously your fitness, your nutrition, and obviously mindset, but our qualifications together made the perfect combination for a wellness brand. So although Get It Done is an app, we're going to make it so much more than that. And I'm really excited.
And to be honest, obviously from the lockdown till now, I haven't stopped.
No.
So I've just been doing so many pre-recorded workouts, live workouts. So for me, I needed someone to come in with an extra brain. Obviously, we brought 2 other people in as well. And it's just made it so much easier for me. Yeah. So for me to shine, for me to do what I'm good at, and then obviously you take control of the other side of things.
It's about delegation, right? I mean, I've always been there in the background. I've always worked for you.
Well, how long have you been working for me now? For 10 years?
I left my job in marketing when I was 23.
Yes.
And I'm 32.
And that was because of the Get It Done book?
The Get It Done book. It was just a book, and then you kept saying Get It Done to me because you were training me. I was like, we have to call the book Get It Done, because that's what you kept saying. Just get it done. Just get it done. Stop moaning and get it done. And I was like, that is the name of the book. Yeah. Because it works. It's like, just get it done and you reap the rewards afterwards. Don't let your mind like escalate into I can't do it. Just focus on getting it done, and then you'll thank yourself later. So that's where the Get It Done came from.
So you was 23 then?
I was 23.
So I was 21?
Yeah.
So I had my first book at 21, which was mental.
Yeah.
So for me, I stopped playing football and then went into personal training, which was an easy transition for me.
Yeah.
Had great success to begin with, training lots of celebrities, lots of Premier League footballers. And then a book deal came along. I probably wasn't ready for it. And I remember trying to write the first chapter. Yeah. And I really struggled.
What does a 21-year-old write in a book? You know, like,
yeah,
it's a lot.
Well, the thing is, I knew what I wanted the book to be, but I really struggled. I always struggled with English at school. To be fair, you helped me in my coursework, for God's sake. So you've always helped me. And I just said, I need Connie's help here. And I remember saying to you, Con, what do you earn? And let me help you. I want to help you out. I want you to be part of the team.
You know I wasn't happy. You know I was really unhealthy.
Well, I knew you had more to offer than being a salesperson in a...
Yeah, marketing in a cable company.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like their dream job for me at all. And I wasn't happy. And so then I think we had to halve my salary, actually. But I was willing to take that risk. For the flexibility, like to work together. We lived with mum and dad still. We were young.
Like 21 and 23, that's very common. Yeah,
normal. And then I got to train with you and your clients. So.
Well, this is it. You came on a weight loss journey with myself.
Yeah.
Because obviously you was very sporty as a kid.
Yeah.
Netball,
everything.
county, Irish dancing, you name it. You went to university and things just slowed down for you.
Yeah.
And that happens to a lot of women, I believe. I feel like a lot of guys continue playing rugby, they continue playing football. And a lot of women tend to stop after school. And that's what happened to you.
Well, I went to the netball trials and I felt so intimidated by the girls there, it really put me off, and I didn't really want to go to that uni, so everything was just negative from the start. I didn't have the mindset that I have now, so that put me off. And then I was put off doing football because it wasn't as celebrated then for girls to do football, but I was really good at it. So I became obsessed with the gym and just fluctuated in like bad habits of like fad dieting or like obsessing with the gym and or then like binging. Like it was just like crazy. So by the time I got to 23, I was all over the place.
Because I'll say 10 years ago, there was a lot of fad diets thrown out. There was a lot of supplements thrown out, diet pills, you name it. The industry wasn't in a good place then. It's in a much better place now. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that have their own philosophies and methods, but they're not as bad as they used to be.
No.
And you experienced that?
Yeah, absolutely. I went through all of it. I tried every diet going.
Yeah.
I had allergic reactions to diet pills. I was in A&E in Bristol from taking one. That was really scary.
But this was prior to me being a PT.
Oh my God, like we didn't have the relationship we have now.
Yeah.
Because I'm at uni, I've got that going on. You're playing football in Iceland or something. Like,
I was at QPR in Iceland trying to...
Yeah. Get It Done brought us together.
So we got the book deal. You then did a weight loss journey, which was incredible.
Yeah.
And that's when the audience realised, wow, Bradley trains more than just celebrities and Premier League footballers.
And a certain type of woman.
Because I was training a lot of models at the time.
Yeah.
And for me, training you brought me incredible audience, engagement. People saw a different side to me, and then obviously you was introduced.
I think it made you more empathetic, and I think it made you more understanding of actually it's not easy for everyone to like lose weight or to get fit. It's everyone's different. Like you were training the sort of naturally slim people, so you know they need...
coming from a profession where it's just athletes.
Yeah.
In my mindset at 21, everyone's an athlete. Why is everyone not got the athletic mindset?
Yeah.
Because I'm in that bubble.
Yeah, of course.
So you was probably the first person to make me realise, you know what, it's not as easy as I think it is.
Yeah.
But you smashed it though.
Yeah, I mean, I think being sporty, but also I've always valued my health, and that was like the wake up call. Like I was so unhealthy, yet I was like, I want to be like Nan and Grandad who are really healthy, and my brothers are all healthy. Like I kind of tricked myself that I was healthy.
Yeah.
Because everyone around me was, but I wasn't practicing what I was preaching in my head, if that makes sense.
But what was that? I remember that when we went to St Mary's University, we got you on a bod pod just to
that
measure.
That was the second.
That was the second.
That was after Macy.
Okay.
That was different.
That was after Macy.
Yeah.
So obviously you had your transformation, you had
I
Macy.
got a book deal myself.
You had a book deal yourself.
And then I had Macy.
Yeah.
And then it was like a whole nother journey and a whole nother me for us to adapt to. Like you wanted to help me again, but it was like pelvic problems. It was like
having the kids,
sleepless nights, and it was even harder.
And I experience that with my clients today. 70% of my online clients are female-based, who are mums, who are going through the menopause. So I've had to learn so much.
Yeah.
And I do believe my journey started when, obviously, at 21 with yourself.
Yeah.
But let's go back to Get It Done and the 5 pillars.
Oh, yeah.
Something that you brought in with, obviously, your life coaching experience and your life coaching skills.
Yeah.
You said, Brad, the 5 pillars of Get It Done, this is what it should be. And straight away, I was green flag, green tick, yes, love it.
Yeah, this is what I'm most proud of, I think, and like most passionate about, is that our Get It Done didn't have an ethos. It was like, Get It Done is a live workout platform. And it was like, right, that's gone because we're not in lockdown.
Yeah.
What do me and Bradley believe? Like, what does Bradley believe? I know you inside and out. I know what your ethos is. And it's like, how do we incorporate that to help people understand? And then that's when the coaching aspect comes in. And the 5 pillars are so important to me because everyone's so obsessed with exercise and eating well. But people don't realise the impact of their social life or their financial stress.
So the 5 pillars. What are the 5 pillars? So
5 pillars are physical health, emotional health, mental health, financial health, and social health.
Okay.
Now, emotional health and mental health can overlap. Your mental health is things like anxiety and depression, and if you're experiencing stuff like that, it's like, how is your life impacting your mental health? Your emotional health is how you're reacting to things around you. So just an example is have you got road rage? Are you reacting to someone's bad driving with anger and frustration? Mm-hmm. What's causing that? Managing that, because when you're acting like that in the car every morning, your cortisol, your stress hormones skyrocket. That's how you're starting your day. Yeah. So emotional health is like your reaction to things, or like, if you're feeling sad, how do you then react? Do you go and eat a tub of ice cream? Do you go for a run? Like, what choices are you making based on your emotions? So that just to clarify that, because some people think they're the same thing.
And physical health is obviously exercising, your cardiovascular, your muscle mass,
your
also your nutrition,
and
obviously steps in every single day.
Yeah,
and that
which
has a
is
massive impact on your mental health.
Yeah, and like you're the physical health pillar, but obviously all of them, you make sure that all of them, the financial health, the social health, all of that impacts your physical health, because when you're stressed, it doesn't matter how much you exercise, your body feels that stress.
Yeah, and I strongly believe that physical health has an impact to each other 4 pillars.
Yeah.
So when it comes to your emotional health, because obviously in the morning you're releasing those endorphins, you feel good, you feel positive. You don't need to have that road rage.
Yeah.
When it comes to your mental health, it's known, studies showing that it does reduce anxiety.
Yeah.
And then it comes to your social health, you can go to fitness classes, you can do run clubs these days, you can join different clubs, and you can meet like-minded people. So that improves your social health. And then it comes to your financial health. Or actually, this is a tough one. How does it impact your financial health? Maybe you're going for a run instead of meeting your mates and boozing. I don't know. How does it impact your financial health?
I mean, financial health is probably the one that's the most independent out of them all, but it's a new one that I wanted to add because obviously men really struggle with financial stress, and it relates to suicide quite highly. We looked into it. So I think if you're stressed about finances, how do you react to that, the emotional health, and then how do you then deal with stressful finances? Some people go and spend more.
Yeah, no, of course.
They have a fuck it mentality, rather than going, let me communicate with my friends, my social circle, and say, look, guys, I'm struggling with money at the moment. You won't see me for a month. I'm just going to get my head sorted.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to just go for runs and just clear my mind. So it's like if you're stressed financially, how you react to that stress is what's important.
Yeah, to be fair, I think for men, I've been in that position. The only times I've been massively stressed is financially or maybe going through a breakup. They're the only 2 I can actually remember. Everything else, I'm quite cool. But financial health for men, I think it's in our instincts to be the providers. And also we want to look good, we want to feel good. So that sometimes the materialistic side of things play into action.
Yeah.
And that can affect a lot of men.
For a long time, money has been the man's job, and then nurturing and motherhood and being at home has been the woman's job. But now it's obviously changing, and a lot more women are working, which is great. But then it's like managing all of that. I have to be financially independent, or I choose to be financially independent, and then have to manage that with maternity leave. And that was my biggest stress, was financial, because I was like, oh my God, I've just had a baby. My savings are going to run out. And then that's when my mental health suffered. So it does impact women, of course, too.
And that Get It Done, obviously, we're trying to improve everyone's 5 pillars.
Yeah.
And how are we doing that?
So in many different ways. The app itself, which I'm super proud of, has obviously the physical aspect, which because it's got the workouts, it's got the nutrition.
And a structure, which people need.
Yeah, and we know that physical health and good food feeds the brain, helps with your mental health. When you feel better about yourself, you tend to react better, which is your emotional health. The financial health and the social health, we're bringing more the community together.
Yeah.
So Get It Done was all about live workouts because we were locked in our houses. Now we're going, right, let's get everyone together in real life. Let's meet our subscribers. Let's, meet your followers, bring everyone together socially. And then we're doing the podcast. So we're going to bring on experts that can talk about finances, that can talk about all the 5 pillars. And that's what the podcast is all about, essentially. But we're also going to bring seminars to the Get It Done umbrella with experts there, so people can come and watch them live and ask questions, and get advice. We're also bringing a new feature to the app, hopefully in the next couple of months, which is going to be a section with experts having 5-minute clips. So you can do your workout, you've got your menus, your meals and your nutrition. But if you're having a bit of a crap day, there's a 5-minute clip from a life coach or from a finance coach or from someone to just give you a boost.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a whole new section in the app for the 5 pillars and for your mindset and just to help you get on track. And I don't know any other fitness app that has this.
No, well, they're going to be listening to this and probably going to have a copy straight away.
Well, we'll get there first.
But it's true that we're adding that because sometimes exercise isn't enough. Exercise does release endorphins, but after those endorphins have gone down, you can start feeling again, feeling back to your
Well, that's why I brought
ways.
the 5 pillars on because, you know, like you said, you exercise, you eat well, but you went through a breakup. And it didn't matter how much you exercised. You were still low. You were still down. It was still really hard.
Well, I was probably over-exercised because of what I was doing for a job, so I didn't actually have an escape.
Your mind wasn't there. Like, you know, business suffered. So, you know, that's real life. It's reality. I didn't feel comfortable standing there saying exercise and eating well will save your life if we don't educate you on the other aspects of life.
Well, I was just at Glastonbury on the weekend, and the amount of people came up to me, said, Bradley, you saved me during lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
And even that was 4 years ago, it's still that, honestly, you saved me lockdown. I'm now maintaining my routine now. And it's amazing. Like, I was just behind the camera at the end of the day. At a time when I was exhausted and obviously I was going through that tough breakup and I wasn't sure what the next chapter was with Get It Done. But it was incredible how many people I was impacted. And the fact that now they've subscribed to Get It Done and they're still doing it, that allows me and us to keep growing the business, allows me to enjoy the workouts, the pre-recorded workouts, and do what I do.
And that's what your purpose is. Like, you found your purpose in helping people and having that impact. You share your knowledge and your lifestyle and your tips and your expertise because you want to help people. And, like, even when times are hard, that keeps all of us going.
Well, I love that you said that purpose, because I think that's so important. I think so many people, because of society today, school, college, university, find a job, but they ain't got a purpose. They're doing those jobs, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and living for the weekends. And for me, I'm like, I was at Glastonbury and I was like, I'm happy to do 2 days. I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Monday. And there's a lot of people there doing 5 days and they're still at 4 a.m. I'm like, the reason why they're doing that, maybe they are just really enjoying themselves, but there is a lot of people there that haven't got a purpose on a Monday. Yeah. They're escaping their 9 to 5. And I think having purpose actually allows you to improve those 5 pillars. Because without purpose in life, I feel like you could potentially get lost.
Well, I think if you haven't got a purpose and you feel lost, start with your 5 pillars. That's where you start. That's our motto.
Yeah.
The key, get it done. The key to success. Look at your 5 pillars. Like, write it down. Write down my physical, my emotional, my mental, social, financial, like either in a circle, like in a chart, pie chart, or in lines, and rate them out of 10. How do you feel about each one out of 10? And then say your physical health is 2 out of 10 because you're doing nothing. So your mental health is like 3. Then your social life is like 8. And your finances are 4 because your social life's so great. And then your emotional health as a result is low as well. Then you go, right, where do I need to start? Well, physical health is the lowest number. Let me start there.
You did that to me, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what I do with every client to start off with.
So you did that with me a while back, because I can understand why I was so agitated, why I was so frustrated when things were amazing for me.
I know.
You know what I mean? I had brand deals coming in, I had so much like...
Yeah, your whole assessment wheel was high numbers apart from one segment.
Yeah, and that was a relationship at the time. Yeah. And it goes to show your environment can change everything. And environment for me is so important. Who you spend your time with, who you're in a relationship with is so key. And if you're not happy, you have to change things.
Do you know what's really important to mention is that you knew in your heart that the relationship was the reason. You did. Everyone knows deep down what their problems are. But writing it down and seeing it in front of you, you can't deny it. Where it's evidence. And that's when people go, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I know it deep down, but you've just shown me it and I can see it and I can't hide from this. Yeah. And that's why it's so powerful to journal and to write things down.
Yeah. Which is tough. I think men struggle to do that. I don't know why. I've always struggled to write things down. I tend to just get on with things and maybe go for a walk and clear my head that way and maybe think and process things.
That's okay. You're journaling in your head a little bit.
I do it my own way. So I've always obviously
that's fine, but some people don't even do
my
that.
dog. Like, I remember we went to the Peak District, just to get out of London, be in nature, clear my head kinda, and it massively helped. Yeah. But some people, I guess, need to journal, need to write things down.
Oh my God, that was such a good trip, actually. People would message us going, how can you go away with your brother? It's so weird. Yeah. But it's not weird.
Well, we've always gone away. I remember when, obviously, after the book, I was like, let's go to Dubai. I want to shoot Dubai.
Oh, yeah.
You did,
that was great.
You did so well. Thank you for, obviously, helping me out with the book. So we went to Dubai. It was so funny. We turned up to the hotel, and there was a double bed full of petals and
Yeah,
flowers.
rose petals and swan napkins and
And it was
stuff.
like, welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Simmons. We're like, no, you got this completely wrong.
We asked for a single bed.
Yes.
And then the Peak District asked when I fell down the hill, which everyone enjoyed. But we literally like walked, and then we found this little bench. We had a little packed lunch, and we just sat there, just chatting. It was just so simple and like,
well, it is simple,
so nice.
and I love hiking, and it's free.
Financial.
Yeah,
health.
and there's a lot of my friends who I've introduced them to it, and oh my god, because their usual escape would be going to the pub, having a few beers, which obviously then affects their mental health because alcohol, right? I'm now introducing them to hiking, and at first they're like, "What are we doing this for? Why are we walking?" Once you reach that summit,
It's incredible.
It's a sense of achievement, sense of fulfillment, and you're having genuine conversations, and people are opening up, and you're de-stressing. And people out there listen to, honestly, as much as I love exercise, HIIT workouts, strength workouts, which is great for mental health, just being out in the open, hiking with friends who are willing to open up and have a good conversation.
Not laugh at you and take them
It is priceless.
Yeah.
And I'm going to the French Alps this weekend just to change up the scenery because it's beautiful in the French Alps. And there's 2 lads that haven't done it before, and I'm excited to see what they think.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to...
That's the first time you'd hiked.
Yeah. Yeah, and like it was hard, but it was great. And we met them 2 ladies at the top as well. You just meet like the most random people, and you learn from everyone you meet if you allow yourself to, just keep your mind and heart and eyes open to opportunity and just be grateful, I guess. Like just take it all in. I think the pub thing you were talking about is learnt behaviour from like just like Grandad when he came in from Ireland, even he went to the pub, and like it's not his personality, but he just knew that there'll be other men there. Like it's just like a cultural thing that needs needs to be broken, but not everyone's gonna break it.
No.
Only a few people will. We're not all gonna be the same, but I don't drink alcohol anymore, really. Like, it gives me such bad anxiety. Like, it affects my productivity. Like, why do I need to do... Why do I want to do that? People think...
Well, it does affect your brain, but also what alcohol does, it affects your gut microbiome. And we know that the gut-brain axis, basically all your serotonin from your gut. And the serotonin is a happy hormone. It's also your creative hormone.
Yeah.
And if you got a bad gut microbiome, you're not going to have a good mental, clear state.
I've had a bad one
Your
before.
cognitive function is going to be affected.
Yeah.
You're not going to be motivated. You're not going to be ambitious. And this is something I say to all my clients, straight on board, what's your alcohol intake like? And they're like, I drink on the weekends. How much? I say, look, if we reduce that, one, we're going to get improvements with our physical appearance, but you're also going to see a massive change in your cognitive function. You see a massive change in your alertness, your creativity, your desire and your ambition. Yeah. And they've seen massive changes.
Do you know what the huge problem is? Is that a lot of people don't know why. Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
When people know why it's good to do X, Y, and Z, you're more disciplined, you're more consistent when you know why. But if you're just copying people on Instagram, I'm going to do that, she does that, but you don't look into why. Why is that beneficial? Why is that going to help me? Then that gives you more intention and more purpose.
Yeah,
it gives that action or that habit that you want to adopt more purpose. Mm-hmm. Again, it's like purpose. Purpose brings motivation. It brings just excitement and enthusiasm. So, like, I did a nutritional diploma. I'd done loads of further reading because I needed to know why. Why does that do that? Why does my brain do that? Why do I react like that? And now I know why. I can manage my emotions and everything so much better.
Yeah. And I do think we're at an age now where we've got podcasts, we've got a lot of information out there which is actually helping people understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 10 years ago, you didn't.
You
didn't.
I had to really look for it.
Yeah, you had to really
look for it. Like, there was only a couple of books on the shelf and there wasn't podcasts.
Yeah.
And now I listen to whenever I'm in the car. Like, I have to listen to it in 20-minute sections, but I'm constantly listening to podcasts and learning because, like, I want to learn about myself. It will help with my clients. I still have clients as well. For coaching, and it makes me feel good that I'm building my knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me feel good about myself.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, I get my clients to listen to podcasts during my workouts.
Oh, that's good.
And it does help them out because I'm giving them a meal plan, but they need to understand why they're having that meal plan.
Yeah.
And this goes back to the likes of Slimming World, which is a bit of a dinosaur now. And I've got a lot of clients who have done Slimming World.
Yeah, I have.
You've done Slimming World. You tried Slimming World.
Everything.
Yeah, exactly. And Slimming World, for example, is a company that won't tell you why, but just do this.
Yeah.
So you're not getting information to learn, which means you're going to yo-yo. So it's a money-making machine. Yes, you're going to get results, but we're not telling you why you've done that or for what reason, which means you're going to come back in 3 months' time and start over again.
Yeah, and it's the problem with the scales, like fluctuating, especially with women, with water retention and our cycle. But like to understand like the scales and your weight and how it fluctuates and changes is so important for your mental health as a woman.
Yeah.
Men, I'm sure, is the same.
Yeah.
I think we actually had a message from a male follower asking about it. Like, I put on weight, but I look better. Like, all confused. Like, educate yourself. Like, find that information from credible people. Obviously, listen to our podcast. Don't just do. Like, know why. Yeah.
And I think investment into your health is so important. People are happy to spend money on holiday or clothes on holiday. Or beers, but not willing to invest to look good or feel good before they go on holiday.
Yeah.
So it's a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah, because, I know, but it's mindset. Where do you start? Start with your 5 pillars. Start with yourself. Strip it back. Be honest with yourself. That's really important.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that aren't honest with themselves, and they're never going to grow. That's really important. And then, like the rest is history. Like, it has a domino effect.
Yeah.
Like since having the team, which we hired in the new year, that's helped my health so much because I'm around a team who are all passionate about the same thing, you know, like being around healthy people, like-minded people. I mean, and the girls, Georgia and Ella, and Emily's obviously my friend, but Georgia and Ella, who are with us full time, they're 10 years younger than me almost, maybe less than 10 years.
Yeah.
7, something like that.
And they're very well qualified. One's a doctor now.
Oh yeah, woo, go Georgia. But yeah, and it's like giving me a zest for life. Like, my kids are getting older, I'm getting my freedom back. But like being around the right people, like don't be afraid to go, those friends aren't serving me. That's not serving me more. Going for a drink with work isn't serving me. It's not increasing my salary. It's not increasing my sales. Because a lot of people think, oh, if I do the social stuff at work, maybe I'll look better at work. No.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. Your performance at work improves your position at work.
100%.
And if you're in a company where drinking helps you move, then get out. Get out.
I think it's because the
really
people in
common.
the high roles of big companies are still in old school mentality where drinking is a big part of it.
You know,
I've said to my clients, well, just get a 0% something or just have a Diet Coke. And if they ask you, say, no, I'm doing this for my mental health.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you'll impress them.
Yeah.
They might wind you up or have a bit of banter. But
they'll be thinking about it.
But they're thinking, oh, okay, they're actually looking after their mental health,
Basically,
which they're going to be a good asset.
Everyone needs to step out of the sheep and become the wolf or the leader or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, don't be afraid. Find that courage to become a leader.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
100%. Let's talk about business side of things of Get It Done. Because
Okay.
obviously, I want to talk about business side of things. I think people are interested in business. How do you run a business?
Sure.
There'll be a lot of people wanting to get into online coaching or live coaching. Where do you start? Where do you begin? How difficult is it? Because we've been on a journey. It hasn't been ups. There's been many downs. It's been a roller coaster. We've had serious situations where we've been very stressful. We've worked serious hours of the night, up 4 a.m, where you've got 2 kids. I've got a dog. very, very different, but very different. So let's talk. Let's talk about that. And obviously, business. You know, people just think it's easy. People think it's all roses, and it's definitely not.
It is not easy. There's so much to it. So when I took it over, we had great cash flow.
Yeah, so before you was working, obviously before I brought you on full time for Get It Done, obviously I was with my old management, working with a company called Uscreen. It was very straightforward, but I felt with the management, they weren't looking after me or they weren't having their full...
The strategy didn't align with where you would have wanted to have gone. Yeah. Where you had the breakup, but also you have other work commitments and businesses. You put so much trust in them to make the right decisions for you. You took your eye off the ball a little bit, but that's because you trusted them. Yep. I came away from Get It Done, so I worked with you and the book and stuff for a while, but I kept coming in and out because, you know... Yeah,
you had your own bits going on.
Well, I had my own bits going on, but I also was like, I can do, I wanted to do something for myself. Yeah. But, huge realisation, but I'll get into it at the end. And... yeah, it didn't actually align with you and where you wanted the business to go. And then one day you came to me and you said, I think Get It Done's finished. Like, I don't really know what to do. Like, this is going on. Like, I'm just not getting on with this person, that person. And I was like, no, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not. This is...
I think I was just completely exhausted.
You're exhausted.
I was exhausted. I lost
your
the love
passion.
for it because...
And I was shocked to see you in that state.
Yeah.
Because I that makes me feel emotional. But I'm not used to seeing you like that. And I'm like, what's happened? Luckily, it was at a time where I was financially stressed. And I was like, okay, he needs me and I need him. So let's do this. Yeah. So I was like, right, let's just get rid of everyone and I'll just take it all on. So I took every job role on myself. Yeah. And this is what it takes. If you're passionate about something, the passion and love I have for Get It Done is a joke. Yeah. You know, I've been there from the start. It feels like another baby to me. Even, you know, I help with the name and the book. I'm not the founder, but maybe slightly co-founder. Yeah. But I know how much it means to you, really. But they exhausted you, and it wasn't sustainable. So I came in and I just thought, right, I've learnt so many skills from all these different jobs that I've had, which you haven't experienced because you've not worked in corporate. No. So that's what I could bring to the table. I've done accounts, I've done marketing, I'm quite good at reading and absorbing, and we both have the same mindset. We're willing to take risks. We're willing to just work hard. Yeah. We're willing to invest because we trust in the process and where we want to go. Like, so we were in the same headspace for that, which was great. And so we got rid of everyone, which then allowed the accounts to build up, which then allowed us to then eventually, I think a year, it was just me and you with Get It Done, pre-recorded workouts. Yeah. We took on Greta and a couple of other cool trainers and kept it going, but we were like, something's got to change. Like, people are back in the gym. We was overworked. There was too many roles we were doing. But also the gyms are open and, you know, we've got all these people that have love Get It Done but want to go to the gym. Like, how do we support them? So that's when we made that decision, and then we built I think we grew the profits to 200% in that year, you know, which enabled us to then, by taking on all that work. Yeah, I was run down and stressed, like you wouldn't believe. Yeah. Like, you had to pay for me to go away. That's how that's how fucked I was, but it was worth every second because, you know, then we had the investment to then obviously find new app developers and really enhance Get It Done. Yeah, so we've got a development team. We've got a development team in Dubai working on improving the app constantly. We've got some amazing changes. It's going to be the best app on the market, and I'm confident about that. And I won't stop until it is. And I've never loved my job so much because the ethos of the brand, the team, like, everything we're doing, the run club, the boot camps, bringing people together. Us combined, you're Bradley, you've got the six-pack, you're a good-looking guy. Not just the six-pack. Sometimes he's funny. Yeah. No, I'm joking. Like, you're you and I'm me. I'm a mum. I'm a life coach. Yeah. I've got a different life. So we bring something different to the brand, but therefore we can attract men and women. Not a lot of brands can do that. No, we're very 50-50 when it comes to Get It Done, aren't we? We're 50-50 audience. Like, that's something that's not out there. Like, these are things that I'm really proud of, and I think that's what makes us different. Yeah. And it's hard work, and because I love it, it doesn't feel like work. But that's an achievement in itself. But running an app is difficult, and obviously sometimes bringing members on is fairly easy because obviously you create good content, people see it, they want to trial it. Probably the most difficult thing about Get It Done is retaining people for a long period of time. Yeah. And that means just regular content, updates on the app. Yeah, so it's more physically hard on you, I must admit. Like, I can come up with the creative ideas with the team, we build a strategy together, me and Ella are on it, we've always got these ideas, but obviously you're ultimately the person that has to then go and stand in front of the camera. I've been talking to some scientists in America to clone myself 3 times we might be using AI soon, I'm joking. But, like, you're the one doing the physical workouts. Which is fine. Yeah, and the challenge is also that you also have a job where, you know, you're away a lot. Hotels, usually for their hotel. You know, look, my job, my career is very, I would say, unique. Yeah. I've got a lot on my plate. My diary is always full. You know, I'm getting invited to go to incredible
places all around the world.
Yeah,
I get invited
it's
by
incredible.
brands to do this or that.
But you've
Obviously,
built that. You've created
I'm building
that.
online coaching as well as Get It Done, which obviously Get It Done is the lower ticket, shall we say?
Yeah.
It's the more affordable. It's £18.99, which
Yeah.
is for me is a great investment. Like everyone
Yeah.
should be able to afford that to support their health.
Yeah.
And then obviously my higher ticket, which is my online coaching, which
Yeah.
is two separate things. But still same, obviously, pillar, still same philosophy.
What people don't know is that Bradley will be up in the morning. He'll do like 13 calls. He's doing 20 programs a day. Like, you work so hard. People don't see that enough.
Yeah.
People see the content where you're abroad and it looks like you're living it up. But
Or
Bradley,
I'm in a Mercedes.
Yeah, or in a Mercedes. But that's probably 2% of what you actually do.
Course.
You've got your online coaching. You've got hundreds and hundreds of clients that you're helping out, and that takes so much graft. And then obviously the content for Get It Done, because everyone wants fresh content all the time. That's physically demanding. And this is all because you want people to feel healthier and happier. And that's what we want people to understand. If we're a little bit late on something, or, because we want the service to be impeccable, but you're a human being. And that's when I get protective and stuff. And that's when I had to hand over customer service, because I was just getting a bit like...
things with customer service, I think 99% of people are happy with what we provide.
Of course.
But you're only going to hear the 1%.
I know.
And that 1% actually makes us better.
Yeah, it's feedback.
Because it's feedback, it's criticism, and we can learn from that criticism. So I actually don't mind it. Yeah. Obviously, there's a few people that are like, okay, all right, you relax. But I think having that criticism is good.
Yeah.
But we know 99% of our followers on Instagram.
And we're probably thinking it already, and we've already got it in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Another thing we didn't realise is how much it takes to develop an app, and how long, like one little feature of like changing the words takes, because
it's ridiculous
of all the stuff that's behind the app. So like when we need to fix a bug, it's not instant.
Yeah.
So we've learned to get our head around that, because we were really impatient at one point. We were just like, oh my God.
Well, we were probably like the consumers, where we were like, it should be fine, you can easily fix that.
Yeah.
But then asking your developers to do that, it's a lot of coding involved.
It's finding out the why.
Yeah.
Now
and
we know
then
why.
you also have to ask Apple to approve it, and that can take a week.
Google didn't. Yeah. Android didn't approve our app for so long because they said they couldn't understand that it was gym and home. And we were like, oh my gosh, it was like the most stupid reason, because it clearly was gym and home. But we can't really express that to our customers.
Yeah, and we try to, and of course,
it's tough.
It's tough.
Yeah, but we're over that now, and now it's just about making the app better and better, adding more value to people through the app, but also through our community and through our events and our retreats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so in the app, look, we got different workout programs you can do in the gym.
So you're going to talk through Get It Done.
Yeah, so we got strength workouts, we've got building muscle workouts, we've got 8-week shredded program, which is amazing.
Running specific.
We've got running specific, and we're only going to include more. We're going to be doing pre and postnatal stuff, which is massively important, which is actually a big audience of mine.
Oh my God, it's huge.
It's huge, so I'm really excited to bring that in.
We're going to do more beginner stuff on there, because a lot of people associate you with hardcore, but everyone starts off as a beginner. So,
Yeah. So obviously I do my workouts and I enjoy my workouts. People love my workouts, but it's true, I need to bring on more beginner stuff, which I'm happy to do. Maybe bring in another trainer, or I do them, which is more work for me, but I'm happy to do that, because I can't expect everyone to be intermediate or advanced. I want people to be a beginner, go into intermediate, and then eventually advance. So yes, we're going to definitely bring that into the app.
Yeah.
We've got loads of meals in there. We're going to help you with your calories and macros because that's so important. I always say, if for a transformation or for you to change your physical, mental health, your nutrition is 70% of the solution, for sure. The famous saying, you can't out-train a bad diet. Brilliant that you're doing my 30-minute HIIT workouts. Brilliant that you're following the 8-week shredded program or the strength program. But if you're not getting your nutrition spot on, you're not going to see the results.
No.
Which then kills your motivation, which then kills your consistency.
Well, I've learned that.
You've learned that the hard way. If you're not looking after your nutrition, you're just going to yo-yo.
Yeah.
So we will improve that, but it's really good right now. It is good.
Yeah.
It gives you calories and macros, loads of different ideas.
So many, there's like hundreds of recipes on there.
And if you want a little bit more, that's when you then go into my online coach and I'll give you that tailored program. And then we're bringing the pre-recorded workouts because a big audience of us still working from home.
Yeah.
Their mums, they only haven't got time to go to the gym. They might be intimidated to go to the gym. So we're still providing that service.
They just don't have the childcare. So you just need a small pair of dumbbells.
Well, it's incredible what you can achieve with just some dumbbells, resistance around a mat, and energy coming from myself.
I love the 20-minute blasts on there.
20-minute blasts. You've got 30-minute workouts, 40-minute workouts.
And do you know, your kids seeing you exercise is so amazing. Like,
Yeah, have you noticed that with Macy and
Chester, they start copying you, and then that's when I go, do you know why mummy's doing this? This is, it keeps you healthy, gets the blood pumping around your body. Obviously, you have to simplify it all for them, but you're influencing your children to be healthy. So I know how hard it can be to get motivated when you're tired. You've cleaned the kitchen 5 million times. You've got a pile of washing that has got to go upstairs. Like, there's so many things going through your head. You forgot her uniform that day and you put her in a PE kit. That's happened to me 5 million times. All of those things are going around your head, and you're annoyed that your partner's like at golf for like 8 hours. But like, pick up them dumbbells, and even if you just did 50 squats, just say, or 10, sorry, what is it? 10 reps, 3 sets, whatever. Just do that and see how it makes you feel. Yeah. Like, honestly, like that movement, just break, like you say, get it done, but just break that seal.
Yeah.
And all those feelings, you start going, oh, do you know what? I feel good. Like, you just flip it.
Yeah.
You just flip it. And that's how I started to get back into exercise after I had the kids. It's just like slowly start with walking fast, getting my steps up, because I can do that with a pushchair. And then it was like, right, now I can do a get it done 20-minute workout. There's some Pilates on there, like
Pilates, yoga.
Stretching, and
then
even stretching and mobility after you've had a kid is so important.
Yeah, so important.
Because your bones, you feel so stiff and stuff. So all of that's on there, but we're going to get really specific with pre and post natal. We've got so much coming to it. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I know. I'm really excited. Really
I
excited.
can't wait.
It's definitely going to be the best app out there for sure.
It is.
And look, we've had over 15,000 people once upon a time be a member, get it done. So our goal is, look, it's still a financial goal. We're still very driven to obviously be very successful.
It still feels like a new business because it's changed.
Yeah, because it's changed.
Yeah. So it feels like a new business. It feels like we've only just got started. But luckily we have, and you've built this really strong, loyal community. So it's doing really well. But we feel like we've only just started.
Yeah. And I'm very excited to bring those old subscribers back and showcase the hard work we've done for the app to be as good as it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And Get It Done's never had the love that it's getting right now. So yeah, it can only get better, and I'm excited for it.
It can only get better. Good tune, that. Icon, so something that a lot of people are going to want to obviously understand or be better at is balancing parenting and obviously exercising and eating well.
Yeah.
Because I found that with my online clients, that's where they're struggling. Obviously, a good mum will always prioritise their kids, will always put their kids first. But I always say to them, but however, if you prioritise yourself, you're going to be a better energy for your kids. Your kids are going to see you exercising. You're going to be their role model. So that's really important. How are you balancing things right now?
Well, first of all, saying to a mum, prioritise yourself, won't click.
Yeah.
So if you word it like that to a mum, she'll switch off, because our natural survival instincts is no.
Yeah.
I'm not going to prioritise myself. I can't. So the best thing to do is say, I know your kids are your priority, and I know it. I say to myself, the kids come first, whatever. But do what you can with what you have and the time you have. So if you've only got 10 minutes, it is better than not doing anything at all. Yeah. And when you get into that mentality, you then start building up, and then you start seeing opportunity to exercise and seeing the opportunity to go, this is me, right? I'm talking from my own bad habits. I'm having a sugary iced vanilla latte, in the morning, and then sitting at a laptop and then going to sitting on the sofa watching them two play. Yeah. There's no movement, there's poor choices, but I could have chosen a different start to my morning like I am now. And while they're playing, I can either play with them, we could go to the park or go in the garden, and I can run around, I can pretend to be a horse and they can climb on me, and at least you're moving. Yeah. Or I can be squatting and doing a home workout while they're playing. Like when you decide that you matter as well or as much as your children, that's when you start seeing the opportunity to be healthier and to move more. Mm-hmm. I think where you're tired and you're stressed because it's so demanding, you just switch off and you sort of forget yourself.
And I do find with my clients who are mums, because they're not moving, they're not exercising, they then choose not to eat.
Oh.
And this is a common thing I'm seeing, because they're thinking, I don't want to gain weight, so I'm just going to eat.
I want to be.
And I know what that's going to do to your health is so bad, because one, your cortisol levels are so high already.
Yeah.
You're not sleeping.
Yeah.
And then you're choosing not to eat. What that's going to do to your gut microbiome, what's that going to do to your mental health, what that's going to do to your energy levels is detrimental. It's it's terrible. So I think nutrition is so important.
Yeah, I think try and nail that first.
Nail the nutrition first.
Yeah.
Which is going to motivate you and energise you
As
to
your child
add
gets
movement
older,
in.
they sleep better.
Yeah.
So then you'll find the energy to then do the exercise. But if you can sort of nail the nutrition first, but like if I in the mornings dance with my kids in the mornings, for example, for half an hour before school, like. You're literally sweating and you're having a laugh with your kids. You're still moving your body. So if you can't quite handle something like Get It Done, the app, just yet, I mean, Chester's 2 and I'm starting to, I'm doing workouts and I'm surprising myself and I'm loving it. But, some women, after 6 weeks, they're there and they're on it. Some women, it takes 2 years. Yeah. Everyone's different. So stop looking at everyone else. Focus on yourself. But definitely like the swaps and the smaller habits. Yeah. I also say, when you wake up in the morning, don't make any decisions for half an hour to an hour if you can help it. If your child wakes you up at 6 o'clock, wait till 7 to decide what you're going to put in your mouth. Because that first hour, you're not yourself. You're your chimp. Yeah. You're your emotions. You're tired and like, oh, how am I going to get through today? Yeah. I know, like toast and butter and tea with 3 sugars. So just have a glass of water and just chill for a minute. By the time you get to 7 o'clock, you'll make a better decision. Yeah. So just pause more before you do something.
Have a cold shower too. That always helps.
Yeah, but even having a shower when you've got kids is really hard.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
And also, stop thinking about your aesthetics. Think about your energy first.
Yeah.
Because
the aesthetics will come.
Once you look after it. I would say you don't run a Porsche without any fuel, right? Yeah. And if you want to be that Porsche, as in that, if you want to be that good mum, then you have to fuel yourself correctly.
Yeah, I mean, if you put aesthetics first, you're usually impacting your mental health. Yeah. Because you're doing things that are unsustainable and don't align with who you actually want to be. Yeah. Because you're, like you said, starving or whatever. So if you go, the aesthetics will come, I'm going to trust the process, let me focus on nourishing myself.
Those 5 pillars that you mentioned.
5 pillars, and nutrition being huge, you're glowing. So you might still have higher body fat than you think, but you're glowing, you've got energy, so then you can then start going, right, I've got to this point, now I'm ready to be in a deficit, I'm ready to take it to the next level. Everyone just needs to slow down and just be kinder to themselves, in the sense of, you've had a kid, your body's recovering, and for their sake, you need to be in the best headspace.
True, yeah, because I remember I've been penalised by this, by saying bounce back. And do you know what I mean? And a lot of women can get quite triggered by that, the word bounce back. Some clients I want to bounce back, Bradley, how do I do it? And I give them the best program possible and I guide them. But some women find it too much pressure to feel like they have to be a certain aesthetic straight away. Yeah. Have you experienced that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like every single day. The bounce back thing doesn't align with me, because I can't bounce back because of my genetics, because of my lifestyle. I went back to work after 4 weeks of having my child. There's mums out there that bounce back because they've got a nanny and they go to Pilates 6 days a week, or genetically they're just really slim with a high metabolism. Yeah. There is.
So you don't compare yourself to others.
Do not compare yourself to others. On Instagram, women like me don't show their tummies because we haven't got the confidence to. Yeah. The women that are showing themselves postpartum are the ones that do bounce back, either naturally or. Yeah. I've been in at events where I've heard celebrity mums say, oh, I haven't been doing anything. I'm just really anxious since having the baby, so that's why I've lost all my weight.
So they've lost their appetite.
Yeah. So sometimes, but they're posting their body and it's beautiful pictures and videos online of their body 6 weeks after a baby. It's due to anxiety. Yeah.
So sometimes aesthetics doesn't even show the whole picture. Sometimes you're not.
The energy that people are using to focus on what other people are achieving, if you bring it back to yourself and just focus on yourself. Then you won't care what other people are doing. I don't give a flying poo of what anyone else is doing, to be quite honest. Yeah. I'm so focused on myself and making myself better that anyone that's doing the same, I'm buzzing for them. And then anyone that isn't, I hope that they are influenced by it, you 100%.
Know? And with my clients, I see that. Just slow down. Yeah. I don't want you to get results in 3 months. It's not a fad diet. It's not a quick fix. We've got to do this in a sustainable way. Yeah. And that's getting your nutrition spot on first. Let's get some movement and then we can progress over time. and in 6 months' time, then we might be able to bounce back to where you want to be.
Yeah.
But there's no chance we're doing that in 12 weeks. It's not a healthy way to do it.
No, it's not.
But they want to do that, unfortunately.
I know. One of the mums at school, she's been told by Mummy MOT, you need to slow down. Your baby's 7 weeks old. Your stomach is nowhere near ready.
Yeah.
You could do yourself more damage.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah, but look, if you've got the right guidance, I always say this, like before you do get pregnant, try and get yourself in the best shape possible.
Yeah, I did with Macy.
Get yourself in the best physical shape possible before getting pregnant, because you'll find the process of, let's say the word bounce back, fairly easier.
Yeah.
And obviously when you are pregnant, the whole myth that you can't exercise, you have to have movement. It's the best thing for your baby. The blood flow, maintaining muscle mass is really important. So when you are pregnant, of course, every woman's different, because obviously you can have different emotions. You struggle to walk around the park with your pelvis. But if you can, keep that movement up.
Yeah.
Maintain a strength program is really key. And eat really well.
And there's enough stuff out there. There's enough information out there. I think a really important message for mums or people that are pregnant that might be becoming mums for the first time is you're never going to be who you were before you had that baby. Yeah. You know, you might get back to your size 8, but you will not be the same woman. You've evolved. Don't see it as things have got worse or, oh my God, you've evolved. You've done something incredible. You've grown a human being in your body. And I
think that's the best thing a human being can do.
Like, remind yourself of that. Just because women do it every day doesn't take away how incredible that is. But you've evolved. And I had to say this to myself. No, Connie, you haven't got worse. You've evolved. Like, let it empower you and accept that you're never going to be your 25-year-old self again. But no one at 45 is who they were at 25. No, exactly. So it's just acceptance and going, right, now let me be the best version of who I am now. I'm a mum.
Exactly. So where Get It Done's going, exciting times. And we should definitely do this. And let's say in a year's time.
See where we're at.
Let's see where we're at.
Can't wait.